Level 1. You wake up to an alarm. You check emails before coffee. You will spend roughly 90,000 hours working in your life. That number lands like a weight. You think hunger, bills, status, survival. But for 99% of human history, jobs didn't exist. No cubicles, no commute, no time cards. You're already living inside a story someone else wrote. This is where we begin. Level 2. You need a fact to heat the idea. Anthropologists like Richard Lee watched the Dobe Jew/Hwansi. They found ancestors worked maybe 15 to 20 hours a week on survival. You hear that and your brain jerks. 15 to 20 hours. You compare it to your 40, 50, 60-hour weeks. You start to feel cheated by history. You deserve to know why. Level 3. The bones tell a story. Hunter-gatherer skeletons are often taller, healthier, less worn down than early farmers. You see evidence, teeth, joints, childhood growth rings. Then there's art. The Chauvet cave paintings are exquisite. And music. A 40,000-year-old bone flute survives. You realize they had time for beauty. They weren't all survival, survival, survival. Their lives included art, ritual, play. You've been told scarcity was constant, but the archaeological record whispers otherwise. Level 4. Reconstruct a day. You wake with the sun. You start with small tasks, checking traps, gathering wild greens. Sometimes you chase, persistence hunting. You don't outrun the animal by speed, you outrun it by endurance. You watch prey slow down while you keep going. You bring meat home. Then 6 hours of unstructured social bonding. You sit by the fire. Stories form. Myth and law are born at the flames. You learn who you are in that circle. You sleep in 2 blocks. Biphasic sleep. You move. You rest. You socialize. There is a rhythm, not rigid schedule. Level 5. Then the trap snaps. About 10,000 years ago, farming arrives. More food in one place. More mouths follow. You think more food equals more freedom, but the math flips. Fields need tending constantly. Specialization begins. You trade time for security. The concept of employment is born slowly and then everywhere. You are no longer just a provider, you are a role in a system. You trade chunks of your life for guaranteed bread. Freedom thins as markets thicken. Level 6. It's a trap by design and accident. You wanted security, you got a treadmill. Population grows, cities grow. Bureaucracy grows. Work expands to fill available time. Products multiply. Expectations multiply. You are busy being busy. Meanwhile, history says you could have had a different rhythm. Not idyllic, not perfect, but different. Level 7. The evidence is a mirror. You open it and you see choices encoded in your muscles and your myths. You traded absolute personal freedom for food security. You traded leisure for productivity. This is not moralizing, it's a diagnosis. And a possibility. You can't uninvent agriculture. But you can ask what you value. You can design rituals, boundaries, and small revolutions. You can reclaim hours. Level 8. So what will you do with 90,000 hours? Will you spend them only surviving the system? Or will you carve out a life that remembers rhythm? You cannot step back to a cave, but you can step forward differently. You can insist on art, music, ritual, unstructured human time. You can choose shorter work weeks, trusted networks, shared tasks. You can rewrite how hours are counted. Finale. Look into the fire of history. You see faces shaped by sun and story. You see a trade. You see both gain and loss. You have inherited a system that values productivity above play. You also have the memory of a different possible life. You can keep the safety farming bought us, and you can demand the dignity of time back. You are not destined to be busy forever. You are allowed to be deliberate. History shows another rhythm existed. Now choose the rhythm you will live by. Roll credits on a life you decide to keep.